We are now on part 3 of getting the 85 back on the road. This part, I've got a good bit of new parts that I've ordered that have came in. Now they're essential parts, okay? They're not go fast parts, but hopefully it's what we need to get back on the road. Let me show you a little bit what we got. We've got a new gas tank. The original one was 16 gallons. We got a 20 gallon. That way we can get just a little bit farther. A brand new fuel sending unit, pickup tube. Valvoline racing oil with a little bit of zinc in it. Oil filter. Transmission fluid filter. Transmission fluid. Type F flavor. For Fords, I might get a little hate for it, but it's got a little extra grit in there. Maybe it'll fix the little slippage action that we got when we jam her into gear. You know, I might get some hate for it, but if it works, you know. Now that we've seen the new lineup of parts, the first thing we're gonna do is change the gas tank. That way we can run the motor and the return fuel doesn't go all over the ground, and we can get that oil hot before we do an oil change, and the transmission afterwards. But we're gonna start with the gas tank. Another honorable mention in the parts category is an inner and outer rocker panel. For the passenger side, that's all rotted away. That's gonna be another time, but I got it. It was $40 more for free shipping. It was either pay $40 for shipping or get $40 parts. So I went ahead and got a rocker panel. Spray some go-go juice. There it is. Ooh, that's hot. Always helps with a little bit of lube. Get on there. I thought about spitting on it. All right, we have now got everything off the old tank and onto the new tank, and it's time to put it in. I've got about 3 foot of dirt underneath the truck I gotta lay on. Flat tires, so it's low to the ground. I got a feeling it's not gonna go smooth, but there's only one way to find out. Let's give it a shot here. All right, well, we lost about an hour of sunlight. I had to run to the parts house and get new fuel line that just happens to be 3 different sizes for all 3 of those outlets. So, yeah. But now we're gonna put it in. Real quick, I'm gonna take this hot wire, touch it to the ground, and make sure that that fuel gauge pegs out. That way we know it's working. It's working. Well, there's just nowhere for y'all to set up. But let me show you what I'm struggling with here. In there, I have to connect the fuel lines. I've got it blocked up. But I'll just probably cut to y'all whenever I get it done. I'll holler back in a couple hours. Oh, well, the gas tank is in. I don't really want to tell you how long it took me. It's rather embarrassing. There's no guarantee that it is put in correctly. However, I do know all the hoses are hooked up, all the electrical's hooked up. There is one thing I can guarantee from this, and that is next time, if there's a next time I do a gas tank, I'll probably con a friend into helping me and then just watch him do it. It has thoroughly whooped me, and I have not enjoyed it. The only thing I haven't put on is the skid plate, but it's getting dark, and I'm tired of fooling with it, so we're going to do that another day. Ready, break. Let's do a checkup on how today went. I had a full day planned to knock everything out. Didn't happen. All the plans just went downhill. Here's what we do have. We got a fuel tank that's in and secure, and we've got a new sending unit. All new hoses, fuel lines, except for the ones going down the body. They're metal. Some rubber spots I checked. They don't look that bad. I just left them. Now that we got a fuel tank in, I can run this motor, get it good and hot, so we can do a hot oil change on it. Now that the fuel won't be splashed on the ground, it'll be splashing out of tank. So I'm gonna do a hot oil change tomorrow, and then throw some new plugs in it. I got some new plugs. I didn't even check the plugs that's in there, but new plugs don't hurt. You know, I'm sure they're fine, but I know it's better, and that's new. So got new plugs, and then after that, we can focus on that transmission. Drain all that fluid out, get a new filter in there, put a new gasket on it, put new fluid in it, throw some air in the tires, and plop it down and drive, and maybe it'll drive. I don't know. If plans go like they did today, it'll probably never move, but I'm gonna try my best to make sure that it does. All right, it's the next day. I just got off work. Got a little bit of sunlight left. I'm gonna go ahead and fill up a little bit of this tank, and let's just see if we can get it going smooth. Make sure that it still runs, at least. I don't see anything leaking. I still have to go up there and put that fuel line under the truck back to the gas tank, because I was running it off an external fuel tank. So we gotta put that back onto the fuel pump. Ow! That always feels good. I reckon I need to put a hose clamp on that. Let me go get one. Remembered something. There's two things I want to do. One, I know that it is a little full on oil still, and I want to put some seafoam into the valve train and just run it for a little bit, get any sludge or anything built up. But I don't like how much oil's in there, so I'm going to drop the oil filter, and that'll drop it down enough to make me happy. So I'm going to drop the oil filter, drain all that oil out, just screw it right back in, and then I'll throw some seafoam in it. Oh, I'm just gonna screw it right back in. Gonna go ahead and do the right thing and make us a little cup. That way we can dump some gas right down the gullet. Make sure that it fires up without spinning over too much, because it's kind of cold. I've turned on it a bunch, and I don't want the battery to die, and I don't feel like jumping it. So we're just gonna make sure that it cranks up rather fast. See, I didn't even get a whole lot, just a splash. Oh, I'm not tall enough. Go in there. Let me know if it works. I think it needs another splash. It's just a little bit. It ain't gonna hurt. Oh! Go in there. try again. You know, it don't seem like it's pulling from the tank yet, which that's fine. It could just take a minute to pull all the way back here up there, but let's give it another splash. Go in there. Maybe. You know, we're really just giving it its best chance. That's all we're doing. I found just a little bit of 50 to 1. I think it's 50 to 1. I don't know. Where'd my cup go? Yeah, it's 50 to 1. I don't know. It didn't crank that time. Maybe I flooded it. Huh. It looks like there's water in this. I hope there wasn't water in it with the gas I was putting in there. That evaporated before it hit the ground, by the way. So it's not damaging the environment by any means. Maybe I just dumped some water down it. I really don't know. Let me get a more credible source of gasoline. I don't think I have any more. Whatever's a little bit left in that jug, I really don't trust. I'm not saying there's water in it, but I'm kind of skeptical. But I got some carb cleaner. Don't do this. Don't spray carb cleaner in there. But just a little spritz, you know, just bring it on around. Really now? Really? All right, I got it hooked to the truck because the battery was dead. Give it a little. I'm thinking I have an idea of what the problem could be. Taking this fuel filter off. Pouring out is a little bit of brown fuel. I'm pretty sure we're just picking up all the fuel that was left in the lines. So that's why she ain't wanting to go. I'm going to let some of this pump out some more gas, and then I'm gonna plug it back in. Let's see if this is pumping any gas out. Let's pump it. Let's just pump it straight up. That way y'all can see. Doesn't look like anything's come up. Well, hell. I reckon I'm gonna try and back feed that fuel pump again and just see. I don't have any gas. Yeah, I'm using seafoam. Whatever. It's just gonna blow it out anyways. Oh. There's some in there. All right. We ought to be spraying some foam here in just a second. All right, so we're not getting any fuel through the fuel pump, but I just realized this is the first time that I'm not running it off an auxiliary tank, meaning because I had that old fuel line going to it. So this is the first time I'm trying to draw fuel through that fuel line coming from the tank. So I'm thinking it might be stopped up. I should have checked it while I was off, but I didn't. So I'm going to disconnect the fuel line from the tank to the fuel pump there. And then I'm going to open up that gas cap and I'm gonna blow in it. And if I can hear some hisses down here and air coming through it, then it's not blocked. If I don't, well, then it's blocked. Didn't expect to be getting on my knees and blowing anytime. I think this one's a better blower extender. Really cups my face features better. Listen. I don't have a seal. Hold up. Let me give me a little chin strap here. Anything. You getting anything? Maybe I ought to see if I can blow through the line. I don't think I got a good seal over there. Hold up. Here's what we got. It didn't seem like I could blow from the tank here, but I wasn't really getting a good seal. So I'm not going to tell you how I done it, but I blew on the fuel line going back towards the tank, and I couldn't blow anything through it, or the air compressor couldn't blow anything through it because the fuel line's obviously stopped up. It's my fault for not checking when the gas tank was down. So I got two options. One, take an air compressor and see if I can maybe just blow whatever it is back towards the tank. Or two, drop the tank and do the same thing, but not going into the tank. I really don't know. Well, I don't know. There might be a line disconnect. There's probably somewhere I can disconnect the line between here and there. And we'll just see what we got. There's a spot where it transitions from metal fuel line to rubber, right here about mid-span of the truck. I'm going to blow in both directions, and whichever direction's stopped up, we'll know which way it is. So, yeah. Well, guys, I'm going to shoot you straight here. I've been weaseling under the truck for about 45 minutes. Any spot where the fuel line can be disconnected, I disconnected it, chasing it farther back towards the tank. It's the direction it was going. That's the blockage was. I was like, huh. I started looking and rewind a little bit. Whenever I was putting the tank in, the fuel petcock, the direction that the outlets were facing was backwards on the new one. So I had to do a little bit of rigging and the tabs didn't line up 100%. It works just fine, but regardless, I had to cut new fuel line for it. And when I did, let's just say I made them too long. And the problem is that on top of the tank, the fuel line's too long and it's kinked. So I got to drop the tank again. Today's the second day on part 3, and I'd say it went just as good as the first. Not good, if not worse, because I have to do the first day again. So I'm excited, eager for the opportunity to better myself at dropping a gas tank. Maybe I can con a friend into helping me. Actually, I just made up my mind. I'm gonna call my buddy and see if he wants to help me with a gas tank. That's what we got. I'll start again tomorrow. I'm going to sleep. All right, it's been a couple days. I got busy, but it's gave me time to think. There's got to be an easier way. There's gotta. And then I thought of it. Unbolt the bed and just lift it up a little bit, and then I can trim the fuel line, pop it back in there. Now, in Mississippi, tomorrow, we're supposed to get some kind of ice storm. Some are saying 0, some are saying 1/4 inch of ice, and some are saying 3,000 inches. I don't know, but it's about to get rather cold, and I don't really want to be working on ice, so hopefully we can knock most of it out today, if not all of it. I got about 4 or 5 hours of sunlight. Trim this fuel line, oil, transmission. Let's go. Just getting up under here and giving a little spray of knocker loose. Because I don't know if this bed's ever been taken off. Probably not. Get over there. You too. Let's try it. About to experience a Knuckle Buster 5000. Gotcha. This one broke, but it wasn't easy. I think my strategy on the next one is to whisper sweet nothings to it and see if that makes it a little bit smoother. Yeah. Do it again, we're gonna have a problem. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. You're next. How about that? Stiff little bugger. Now I just need to tilt the bed. I just need to tilt the bed a little bit, so I don't think I have to take this side all the way off. I'm just gonna get them real loose. Ow. You'd think I'd wear glasses after everything gets in my eyes all the time. That's it. I've had it. You cut that out. Ugh. I think I swallowed rust. Let's move to the front. That one broke pretty easy. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, I just know I'm about to smash my knuckle. Okay. Well, that's flat out ridiculous. Little thump. Yeah. There she goes. There she goes. You want to play nice? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Gotcha. Gotcha. All right. In theory, it should tilt. I don't know. I've never removed a bed before. I really don't know. We're just gonna. Yeah. It's a little heavy. I think it's the metal toolbox and the 10 years of leaves that have compacted and the trash bags and boxes and old tires in there. It's got a rim in there, a Dr. Pepper can, Mountain Dew, looks like some old barn wood. I don't really know how I'm gonna do this. I think I need a second set of hands to block it up once I lift it or something. I don't know. You want to slide in there? Or you want me to slide in?
Yeah, I'll slide block it in.
All right, you ready?
Yeah. Oh. Oh, one more time.
Hey, that'll work. It's kind of far up in there, but I think I'm gonna have enough room to reach over the frame if I lay up under the truck. That's what I'm gonna try at least. I don't think I could have pushed that fuel line any farther on there. Yeah, that's a good bit too long. Just going all off feel here. I mean, I can't see a lick. Ooh. That was almost bad. Engaged. Okay. Can I just get on up here? I shouldn't have ate that last quesadilla. No more kinkage. Let's see if I can show you what we got here. That's what we're working with. Well, my partner had to leave, so how are you gonna get that block out, you ask? Well, I think I got an idea, and it might just work. Watch this. With the screw. Got me some trailer lights. Old trailer lights. Okay. Maximum effort. Oh, that didn't bend that, did it? We got it. All right, I've got the bed bolted back down, all the fuel lines hooked back up. It ought to run. It ought to pull fuel from the gas tank. Let's just find out. I'm gonna give a little liquid encouragement at first because the fuel line's dry, but it ought to run on its own fuel. Well, there goes the straw. I left the key on. The battery's dead. Hooked to the truck for a minute. Let's try it. Oh, fire. It's probably because I spilled the gas. Holy backfire. It's running good, pulling fuel off the tank. Just gonna let it run for a while. Now, the voltmeter gauge in the dash doesn't work, so now it's a good time to check, make sure that alternator's charging. The alternator's working. That's good. Just gonna let it run. I don't see any fuel leaks here at the connections that I've disconnected and hooked back up. The thermostat is opened up. The engine's running good and it's warm. Now I'm gonna do the right thing and do a good hot oil change on it. It's pretty dark, but I guess it ain't too bad. Put a little oil on the seal. You don't want to put it on there dry. Screw it back in. Do the right thing and reuse the crush washer for the oil drain bolt. We don't need new ones. They're fine. Let's get out of here. 1 quart. 2 quarts. 3 quarts. 4. 5. I'm gonna check it on 5, make sure we're doing all right here. It's on the full mark, but once I crank it up, another quart's gonna go to that oil filter. So I'm gonna crank it up for just a second, let that oil filter fill up, and then check it again. Let that oil settle for a second. Gonna add just a little bit more. Perfect. Gonna let it run for a little bit. I'm kind of curious to see if that lifter noise will go away. Power steering works. That's always a plus. Well, the ice storm that hit Mississippi and many other states didn't do too bad where I'm at, so I got a little extra time. I'm gonna do the right thing and go ahead and change these spark plugs. See what they're looking like. I had to climb off in the truck a little bit, but this is the front cylinder headed towards the back on the driver's side. All the plugs look relatively decent, except they're all sooted up. I mean, it even smells like gas. It's definitely running rich. I'm just going to go ahead and replace the plugs for now, but we know that it's running rich, and we partially already knew that because it was backfiring and at times difficult to crank. So just going to go ahead and replace the plugs, and then that just says that we need to adjust the carburetor a little bit next time we start fooling with it. The auto light plugs coming out, replace them with some AC Delcos. So maybe it'll be a race truck now. Looking at all the plugs here on the driver's side, starting with the front of the truck, headed towards the back. You can see that they were definitely all running rich. And on the passenger side, front of the truck, headed towards the back, all running rich. So the plugs don't look that bad, but definitely got to do some tuning on the carburetor. Got all the plugs back in. Wires hooked up. I wanted to drain that transmission, see if we can get it driving on this video, but it's already starting to get long and I'm running out of time. Work's about to get real busy for me, so I don't know when I'll get back to it. However, we ain't got much left. I mean, we're talking just a set of rubbers on it and potentially just changing the transmission fluid and filter, and then what? And then we're on the road. So I mean, next video, this thing ought to be doing burnouts. And I see it being in just a couple weeks, tops. Have me a fresh set. I'll air these, put some wind in them, and then give these tires a good final send-off. Someone's got to do it. Might as well be me.